Welcome to our online web class presentation. We are very excited that you took the time out of your day to join us and learn how to start your own online business. So I will start by introducing myself. I am Stacy Shaw from Spruce Grove, and here's my husband, Curtis.
Hey everybody, welcome. Glad to see you guys here, and hope you guys learn a lot and starting a new business.
Yes, and we have Troy here as well, who's going to help present with us.
Hey guys, glad to be here tonight. Super excited to share this opportunity with everybody that's watching. I can guarantee you that you are going to have a total different perspective about your future after we get done presenting and rolling this thing out tonight. And we just can't wait to get going and show off what we have.
Perfect. Yes. So we are going to show you a presentation. So just sit back, relax, maybe grab a drink. And then after the presentation, then we are going to introduce you to some other business owners, and they are going to share their experience and their business journey with you as well. All right. So we are going to share our screen here. And let's get started.
Awesome. So guys, here is how you're going to start your own online global business. So guys, as you guys, we've already been introduced. So here we are. We got some successful online entrepreneurs right here teaching you guys. And here's some places that we've traveled while we've started working online. So we went to Mexico, we went to Jamaica, and as you guys can see on here, these slides are not just with family. There's these slides are with people that are on our team, and we've gone to these locations and done masterminding and, you know, just growing our business, shooting video content, pictures and stuff like that, things that are part of the business.
Yeah, and we've even been all over Canada. It's been really great where you can work and travel at the same time. All right, Troy.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Well, guys, this whole quote right here really sums up a lot of what we're talking about tonight. Zig Ziglar once said, "You can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want." Now, this system we're getting into tonight is really about making a difference in people's lives, not just your life, but in your family's life as well. And I know for a lot of you, that is really, you know, the drive behind what brought you here tonight, is looking for a better future for you and your family. And it is most definitely possible to have more. I guarantee you there's much more that can be had.
Yes, I love that quote. So when you work online, you can really work from anywhere. So you can work in the comforts of your home. So you can work on your couch, you can stay in bed, you can even stay in your pajamas if you want. I know I do some days. You can work from any location. So you can work, when you're out with your friends, when you're shopping, vacation, and you can choose your own hours. So if there's a day where you just want to put in an hour a day, you can. If you want to put in more, you can. If you want to put in less, you can.
And also, just got to add, you got to have an internet connection no matter where you are so that you can run this business.
Yes, good point.
So, Troy?
Okay, so what is it exactly, folks, that we are offering? The system we'll keep mentioning here is a system that is 90% automated or done for you, essentially turnkey. And we build the training right into it. And the real beauty of this system is that it allows anybody to get into the online world regardless of whatever experience you have. And it really doesn't matter, guys, because we've combined all the step-by-step training you could possibly ever need, along with mentorship and with private mastermind classes, all the tools and resources you'll need. And it's all packaged together in one nice little parcel for you. So you can literally just plug into it and start playing right away. And that's the coolest part of it. It minimizes your downtime and gets you up and rolling in the online world faster than you can imagine. So Curtis, what are they going to learn about tonight?
Well, let's see here. So guys, what you're going to learn tonight is you guys are going to learn how you can start your own online business and how to grow it quickly. You guys are also going to be able to start making money as quickly as possible using our automated system, and how anyone can plug into this system. And most important, you know, for me, I wanted to be my own boss, so that's another possibility for you guys as well. So why are people making the move to online? Well, the internet is still young, guys, so the action takers of today will be the millionaires of tomorrow.
Yeah, and even, we bank online, we order groceries online, we do everything online. That's where everything is moving to. So now you can work online. And all of these people on this slide right now were the action takers of today, as they are going to be the millionaires of tomorrow. So are you going to be one of these action takers of today? Or are you going to be the one who's going to let technology pass you by? Because here on the screen are some of the action takers. And I can tell you this, despite the fact that each and every one of these people come from a different industry and profession, they're all in the same place now. They all took action, they all saw results, and they all quit their job. And you can see they all come from many different walks of life. So you got chef, a nurse, truck driver, oil patch, many different kind of occupations that we all came from. Troy.
So the question, folks, becomes this: is this for you? Well, because if you're sick and tired of waking up to that alarm clock every day just to get to a job that you can't stand, then yeah, this is for you. If you're struggling to pay the bills, get ahead, this is for you. And if you're dying to finally be your own boss, own your time to do your life as you want, this is for you. Now, if you're looking for more time to spend with your family while making more money than you ever thought possible, while finally gaining the money to do the things you've always wanted to do in life, well, yeah, it definitely is for you. To finally put yourself in a position where you're not dreading retirement, create real security without the worry about your later years, this is for you. Folks, even if you love your job, or even if you're not in starvation mode sort of thing right now, I know this is for you, because who doesn't need more time and money, to live life the way they choose? Because this system is so automated, it'll let you conquer whatever goals you have in mind. And I say that with all certainty because I see it happen daily in my own life and in countless others around me. Curtis?
So guys, let's get real here. There is no easy button. There is no get rich tomorrow. So you do have to put some time and effort into it. We can't say that you're going to make $1 million in a week. And also, our results are not typical, but then neither are we. Our system is proven to convert. You are the only variable that is here. So this system is generating a full-time income for multiple people in our community right now. So let's talk about how you can make this happen as well.
All right, so I'm going to start us off with the 3 pillars to your successful business. So the first is very important, and that's what offer you're going to take to the market. So what can you sell that can make you money? So it can be a product or a service, doesn't matter, but the more people need it and have to have it, the better. So now the second pillar is just as important, and that's finding a way to tell people about that product or service you're now selling. Because the simple reality is if they don't know you have it available, they won't be able to buy it from you. So, and then the third pillar sounds simple and obvious, but it's actually the most important of all, and it's finding the right people to buy it. So it's finding that target of people that are interested in what you're offering. Troy, let's talk about the first pillar here.
Okay. So let's start with this offer that you're going to take to market, the product or service we're talking about. So what we know is that every retailer worth their weight is on the online market. Did they all start in the online space? No, not necessarily, but they're certainly there now. The question is, why are they all there? And as you can see, folks, on the screen, you'll recognize a lot of the, the symbols of various companies. Probably in the last month, especially over the holidays and stuff, perhaps you frequented one of these places or dealt with them online. What they figured out very early on is that they can make a lot more money in the online space because they have farther reach. It costs them a lot less, no overhead, your leases are lower, your taxes are lower, your staff costs are lower. And what they've also realized is that they don't have to be, the only ones selling their product. They've created these referral affiliate programs that allow other people to market their product in exchange for a cut of the profits. It works really well for them because it costs less in advertising, but it also works well for those who are advertising because they don't have to step up and invest in all of that stock and overhead. It's a win-win for both parties. Now, over and above that, we see a new player in the market. We see middlemen moving into the market, calling themselves affiliate networks. And as you can see on the screen is a few logos of some of those that exist, just a few of very, very many. We see middlemen moving into the market, calling themselves affiliate networks, and these people actually manage your relationships for you. So instead of me working with several retailers and managing each of those individual relationships, now I just need to step up and work with one affiliate network who will expose me to multiple retailers and help me sell multiple products while only having to manage one relationship. It's an easier way to work, but one major drawback, and that is that the middleman always takes a cut in your profit. So really, you only have two choices in the online space. One, you either manage a relationship with every retailer you're working with, or you manage one relationship with the affiliate network. Either way is justifiable and successful for a lot of people. It just comes down to, you as the business owner, how do you wish to run your business? Curtis?
So guys, here's pillar number 2. So you need to find a way to tell people about your product. So AKA, we're going to build a sales funnel. So this is your typical online sales funnel right here, guys. So what it does, it takes people from being interested in something to actually buying something. The goal is to get those people to convert cold traffic into raving buyers. If you create a sales funnel that converts, it's like printing your own money. So guys, would you trade a $5 bill for one of these? So basically, if you knew there was a machine out there at a casino that if you were putting $5 bills into it, it was spitting out $100 bills, would you continually go to that and keep pumping $5 bills into there? I would.
I would too.
So guys, what does it take to make an online sales funnel? Well, technical knowledge, design experience, marketing know-how, substantial time, and money as well. So what I want to note to you guys is if you join our team, you're not going to need any of these. So what does it take to make it work? Well, you need quality traffic, high converting capture pages, high converting sales, engaging emails, high quality products, and time and money. And did we mention we can save you thousands of dollars and a lot of frustrations if you work with us?
Yes, so now we are going to go over what I find the most important pillar, and that's pillar number 3, and that's finding the right people to buy your product. So that's the high quality traffic, so the most relevant people as possible, and you want to find them and get them to your system as quickly as possible. All right, so guys, I'm going to paint a picture for you right here. So figure out first what you're going to offer to that market. So use a system like a sales funnel to show people what and why they have to buy from you and how simple it is to buy from you, and find that quality of traffic as quickly as possible. And then only one thing will happen. You can make a ton of money. So now this slide right here. So this is something that we know that it works because some of you have probably seen this right here, and that is a landing page. And you'll learn these terms throughout your business as well. So you send this to somebody, they enter their email and their name, and they register, and then they get to a workshop. And some of you might not have seen this. That is okay. You might have just got this webinar from somebody directly, but we know that this works. So now you know the system to success, and this is what people are using, this exact 3-step system to make a full-time income right from the comforts of your own home.
So you can do this all on your own, guys, except for 2 major problems. It'll take you countless hours to learn how and to get it to all work well. It costs you some serious cash to get it set up and tested as well. And this can cost you up to $20K just to test it all out and make sure that it's working properly and converting the way you want it to. So here's an example of some online costs that it would cost you if you were to do this all on your own. Okay, now this is only an example. This is not what it would cost you to do it. This is just what it would cost through a whole year. Okay, guys? So, but you don't really need to do this alone. Let us save you some money and let us do the heavy lifting by doing some of the work for you. So we'll be setting up a lot of the things for you, and a lot of our system is automated as well.
All right, so here is the deal. So we've created an entire community of people who have already stepped up, already taken action, became business owners, and are using this proven effective system. And they're willing to show you how you can do the same. So use the same step-by-step system to make yourself some money. And here's the best part. Not only do you get access to that system, to that training and mentoring, but you also get plugged into a product base that provides huge commissions. So we've done the homework for you. We figured out the best system, put in place. We figured out the best way to train you, and we put that in place, and we figured out the best converting products that will make you the most amount of money, and put that in place. So this is the access to your own 3 pillars of a successful business. So the high quality products that provide incredible commissions that we provide you, a sales funnel that has been tested and proven to close sales, which we provide to you, and a cutting edge Facebook ad method that will get you quality traffic, which we provide to you. So the big question is, are you ready? Are you ready to find out how you can join this powerful system for online success and personal freedom? You know, I find everything happens for a reason, and you guys are all here right now for a reason watching this, and that could be to change your life. Troy.
Oh, if you guys are ready to make something happen for yourself, here's how this can work. When you join this team, we give you all the personal coaching and mentoring you need. And as a mentor myself, I'm saying that in all seriousness. On top of that, we plug you into a supportive community of business owners. And why exactly do we do that? Because you need to feel like people have your back. I know that if you want to be a successful online entrepreneur, you need to surround yourself with other successful online entrepreneurs. So you need to you need this support. You have a lot of naysayers in your life that think you shouldn't do anything but, you know, get that boring, bland job that everyone else seems to want to do. But don't expect big things or dream of anything big. Why? Only because they didn't. As a commercial fisherman, I experienced this as well, and I can tell you that it's total BS. You're the only one who gets to decide your future. You're the only one who holds the key to your destiny. So use the key. Open the door, step through, because guys, here is your opportunity. When you get all of this, you also get plugged into these weekly masterminds we do, so you know what's coming down the pipes. You also get the best Facebook training out there, literally step-by-step modules where you go at your pace from one to the next. And you get plugged into the product base that produces these massive commissions.
Yes, and you'll also get a personal strategy call. So you'll get a 1-hour one-on-one strategy call with one of our advisors to map out the best game plan for your success. So, and this helps you get on the right foot as well. And so you'll begin seeing results quickly and know exactly what to do next. You'll get access to our success team and resources. So you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself, as it's like you're having your own personal little cheerleader in the corner. So we all celebrate our success. We cheer for you. We're here for you. So if you ever get stuck or just need a little help, our leaders are here to help you along the way, as well as many other support chat groups. There's team group, weekly webinars, and daily trainings. So you'll get ongoing training with our team to make you an expert and ensure you build your online business as big as you want. And we'll cover everything you need to start making money right away during the daily training. And don't worry if you can't make it live, because we record them. So you can always go back, watch old trainings, and get caught up.
Okay, folks, so let's talk about Facebook advertising for a bit. The training is going to be centered around Facebook, and as we've said, we start here because this is the foundation of social media advertising. I don't care who's telling you what, Facebook is the platform for everything. You master that before moving on to other platforms. You'd be crazy to do it any other way. And I want you to consider another fact. Not only is it the biggest user base out there, but how are you here tonight? Odds are you're here tonight because you saw a Facebook ad. And I don't care if you're on Facebook just to keep in touch with friends and watch cat videos or whatever the case might be. The fact that you're already on it means it's not that much of a stretch to take you to the next level where you're actually running a business. And guys, because this training is newbie friendly, step-by-step modules that are constantly being updated, this will move you from a novice to a pro in a shorter amount of time than you thought possible. Well, how can that be? Well, coming back 360, back to that human element, the simple reality that this works is based on the fact that we care about our people. And in the online world, that is very, very rare. We hear horror stories on a daily basis about people who have been taken advantage of, who have been promised the sun and the moon, and there's always someone there to look after you. You plug into the system after you've paid a lot of money to get in, and what happens after you get in there? Dead silence. There's a lot of systems out there, and so if this sounds familiar, folks, don't feel sheepish. You're not the only one who's experienced this, and unfortunately, this is all too common. But here from the get-go, you are literally going to be the center of our attention. You're immediately going to notice how many people wrap their arms around you and want to help you. We hear this constantly. It's our people, our community, that sets us apart from everybody else. We have built our brand on the fact that we take care of our people, because no one else in the online world is doing that. And if you've never had a business mentor before, it's as simple as this. When you're in the game on your own and you have a great idea, what are you going to do? You're going to test it out, right? Well, in business, testing takes time and money. And the bigger the idea, the more time and money it takes. Kind of pretty straightforward. If you have a mentor and pick up the phone and run your idea by your mentor, you can, in a 10-minute conversation, go through the details of whether it worked or not, why and why not did it not work, etc., and save yourself a lot of money, time, and stress. That is why it is so important to have a mentor. So, folks, we're going to give you full access. Call it a backstage pass, I guess you could say, to all the training that's in our back office. Unlike some systems out there who only show you pieces of their system before you commit, we believe in true transparency. And so you get to see everything from top to bottom in order to make a sound decision for you. The training is very strategically done in that in order to move from one section to the next, you need to complete the prior one. We find that steps folks that keeps folks on a clear path of understanding what they are doing. Our training is constantly updated to stay in tune with the ever-changing market trends. We also have some of the sharpest online minds in the industry today. Everything is in place to help you achieve the success you're looking for. Curtis?
So guys, you're getting the exact system that people on this webinar have exclusively used to quit their jobs and design their own dream lifestyles. So why do it alone? As we've shown you, if you tried to build your own online business, you'd easily invest tens of thousands of dollars in systems and tools. And that's not even counting the ongoing training and support from our team focused on your success. So again, guys, this is just an example of what it would cost you a year just to run this business. Troy?
Okay, folks. So we promised to save you money right from the get-go and to also benefit from our experience. With all that you've been shown, having access to everything that our top earners are using to realize success, this can be yours for $99 US per month investment. Now, an investment in you, an investment in your business for $99 US a month. Now, folks, we want to be upfront with you that so that there are no surprises later on when you check your credit card statement and realize that you actually spent more than you are led to believe, like some other systems out there like to do. $99 US is the industry standard out there. Now, those of us doing this business and have gotten results truly view this as an investment in our business education. Considering what gets paid for secondary education with no real promises, this amount is truly awesome value. Now, here's what you need to do next. We need you to reach out to the person that sent you to this webinar, gave you a copy of this webinar, and they will get you the link to join the team. You're going to have access to all of that I promise you will change your life. So we want you to give it the seriousness it deserves and give it the attention it deserves and be real about this. And if we're going to work together, we don't want to work with you until you're absolutely convinced that this is the opportunity for you. While you're watching over all this content, we're going to go behind the scenes and plug you into our amazing community from all over the world getting involved with this. Our private Facebook mastermind group that you can reach out to and talk to. And then comes the most important step. When you get on the phone with one of our advisors, have a strategy call, and that's when we set you up with your plan of attack and get you moving on your path to success. This simple 3-step system is how we get our people moving as quickly as we do. Curtis?
So guys, let's talk about integrity here. This is what's going to set us apart from everybody. It's in every aspect of this system and the community that you're going to see that sets us apart. We're a very like-minded individual group where we love to help each other. And like Troy had mentioned before, it's not going to be silence when you start on the other side. We're always, it's going to be plenty of help and support for you. But we believe in complete transparency. So like Troy said before, you're going to see all the information that there is provided to you before you make a decision on what you want to do. We believe in two-way communication, and we also believe in relationships. It's not just about working online only. We do have get-togethers. We have big events, and it's just a way for us to build our relationships and mastermind and grow our team and businesses together. So here it is, guys, your chance of a lifetime. If you want to learn how to build a profitable online business, then this is for you. If you want to get started without technical skills or prior experience, then this is for you. If you want to save money and time and skip all the common mistakes most people make, and join these job quitters right here, then this is for you. So what you guys got to do is you got to reach out to the person that sent you here and get them to help you to figure out what your next step is, and that'll set you up. And basically, this is where you're going to start to change your entire life.
Okay, guys. So let's just go into a recap at this point. For $99, we're going to give you access to the products you need to make big money, access to the most advanced Facebook training available, access to all of our masterminds and your own direct mentor, and access to a system that's so automated that you can literally make money in your sleep. On top of all this, the system that we provide, every single person coming into this is custom tailored. Everything we provide you when you get set up on the system is branded specifically to you. Nobody does this, folks, which is why our people are seeing the results that they do. There are no cookie cutter solutions in the business world. You are different than the next gal and guy. So shouldn't you have a funnel as unique as you are? Okay, so why do you need to pay? Well, this is a legitimate business, and like any business out there, you need to invest in yourself, but we'll have a much better return rate than a brick and mortar business. We actually are the real deal. You just need to look us up on the Better Business Bureau. You're also gaining a digital marketing education, as we mentioned earlier, with this investment. Learn while you learn mentality, we like to call it. So just like an apprentice does. With a home-based business, there are many tax benefits that comes along with it. Travel for, things that we do travel-wise, gas in our cars and that we use to travel to meetings and things, all kinds of things. House expenses that we're allowed. There's a whole bunch of tax benefits that come into play here. And even the $99 US membership that you're going to have, you'll be able to claim that as well. Now, our pros have paid thousands of dollars on courses to learn digital marketing skill sets, and they have created their own training videos for us. Now, we're giving you this for 14 days to check out risk-free. I want you to look over all this content as often as you want. We're going to give you full access to our community, and I want you to analyze this with whomever you need to in your life. Talk to whoever you need to get to that place in your life where you can make it happen for yourself. So why do we do this? I get it. You don't want to be pressured. This is kind of a scary thing. There's a lot of you, kind of reviewing this, wondering, will people think I'm crazy? We just want to take the pressure off here, basically. You have a whole 14 days to decide if this is right for you. There's a mindset shift that needs to take place here. You need to know that you're entitled to this kind of success. We get how big that is. We went through it ourselves. But the simple truth is that we do this as much for us as we do for you folks, because we can only work with those who are the most passionate and the most ready to make this happen for themselves. Doesn't matter how badly I want this for you. The question is, how badly do you want it for yourself? All of this is a learning activity, but the only thing we can't provide you is passion, drive, desire. And that is going to be ultimately what drives your success. So if you're ready, really ready, click on the button, get back to the person who had sent you here, and they'll get you the link that you need to get signed up with us. And you know what? It's been just awesome presenting this to you guys. I know we're super excited to hear from the people on our panel that are here with us tonight, and I'll let them to share their kind of story and stuff. So Stacy, what do you think?
Awesome. I get excited every single time that we talk about this because I know what this business can do for a person. So I'm really glad that you guys took the chance, saw it all, and now is the best part, it's my favorite part, is when you get to hear from people who have used the system and changed their lives. All right, so should we get started?
Absolutely. This is my favorite part too.
All right, so why don't we start off here with Lisa? Why don't you get on here?
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Curtis and Stacy and Troy, for putting on an awesome presentation. I'm Lisa, and this is
Richard. Yeah.
This is Richard. Yeah, and we are the parents of 5 beautiful children. And really, I'm going to go back a little bit because about 4 years ago, Richard was working out of town up north. So we live in Airdrie, Alberta. So he was working up on the oil rigs, and he was gone all the time. And he'd come home for 1 week and then be gone for 14 days. So it was really difficult for us and mostly for him too.
Yeah.
So, so he eventually decided to take a job in town, which came with a pretty big pay cut, but he wanted to be home every night. And that only lasted for a little bit because he ended up having to pick up a second job. So he was gone from 6 in the morning till 10 at night every day. So, so he was home at night, but he still wasn't seeing the kids. So I knew that was a moment, like I knew we needed to change. We were working, he was working all year. I couldn't go to work because just childcare just didn't make sense. It was too expensive. And we were saving up to take a vacation once a year for 2 weeks, and then we'd come home and be back to the paycheck to paycheck. We spent all our savings on the vacation. So we knew we weren't happy. Like, that's not how we wanted to live life. So that's when I was looking for something maybe I could do from home or with my kids. So that's when I came across an ad actually on social media. And I went to a webinar like this one. And 12 months ago, I started the business. So so it's been awesome, actually. I've worked a lot on personal development. I've changed as a person, for one. I've been to many events. I've met almost everyone here tonight, so on the panel. And we've just, 12 months later, like now, we're both actually home full time. So we couldn't say enough good things about this business and the community as well. I've never asked a question and it not be answered within literally minutes, sometimes 30 seconds I get an answer. I've never ever felt alone. There's so much support here, and it's the best decision I've ever made for us. And I don't know if you have anything to say.
Yeah, I think the most rewarding thing out of this is the training and the mentorship. I've seen how much Lisa has grown, and I was very skeptical when she came into the business, and it took a while for me to really appreciate what this business can actually do for an individual, a family, and if it wasn't for her, I would have had to been forced to go back and maybe do something undesirable. If it's out there working 14-hour, 16-hour days on the highway, if anybody's driven some of these highways, they're the worst, and dangerous. And now I can sincerely say that I'm safe at home and comfortable, and growing, so.
We're both actually now we're both working on our dreams, things we never thought or had time to do before. We're actually focusing a lot on things that we've always wanted to do, and we've kind of you get comfortable and you kind of just think the time has passed already to make things happen, but it hasn't. So We're taking vacations this year. We would have never even thought of going on. So yeah, it's super exciting. I highly recommend checking it out. It's risk-free. Yeah, just go for it.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for sharing. And I love how you guys are home now with your 5 kids. So that's really great what this business has done for you.
Yep.
So why don't we get Jared on next, and she can share his story with you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Stacey. Hi, everybody. My name is Jared Willock. I am 34 years old, and I live in Edmonton, Alberta. I come from the construction industry. So when making the move to the online world was pretty scary for me. I like to joke about it, but it's true. Like, I really didn't even have an email address when I first joined. So, if you're worried about, not knowing anything about, not being technically savvy or whatever, don't worry, I wasn't either. So you can just kind of rest your hat on that. But I do come from the construction industry. I was working blue collar basically my entire adult life, construction. And then I eventually moved my way up into an operator gig and became a truck driver. And, it was great and all. Like, I wasn't struggling by any means. I was working in a union job, I had all the benefits, had everything. It was great, but, I basically woke up one day and realized that I am not getting ahead doing what I'm doing here. Like I said, I wasn't starving by any means, but I didn't have that extra money to go do those things that I was passionate about. And, now, looking back, I kind of realized how stupid I was to stay in that job for so long, but better late than never, right? So basically, like I said, I woke up one day, realized I just was not getting ahead. And, I had some friends, Curtis and Stacy, who were actually involved in this business already. And, I kind of ran into Curtis one day, and he kind of mentioned about this online world. And, obviously I was looking for something new, or at least a side gig I wanted to do, just something where I can make a little extra money. And he said he would take me under his wing and show me the ropes, and they both did. And it has turned out to be one of the best decisions I've ever made. I cannot believe how much support I was given when I first joined, because like I said, I didn't even have an email address. So you could kind of imagine how far I needed to come. And, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about, a better way of making money, about the online world. I learned a lot about myself, which, the personal growth that I've gone through has been by far the best of, the things that have happened since I've joined. The money's great. I'm not going to lie that it is a very close second. But, the fact that you get out of that comfort zone and realize that, there is a whole new world out there, and I would have been totally oblivious to it had I not met up with Curtis that one day and bringing me in. So it has been truly amazing. The support from the whole entire team, the community, the leaders, it's amazing. It's just something that I really was lacking, and I really feel like a lot of people were lacking in their life. Like, I never really had that support. Like, obviously I had family support and everything, but it's a scary world out there, right? So, and not a lot of people want to help others, which is very sad. And so coming into this community, it was definitely an eye-opener. It was definitely a change, and it took a little while to get used to, but it's been so amazing. And like now, before I used to fear the future, and now I am so excited for it because I have found that better way. And it's right there in front of you if you just kind of have the courage to take that next step. Obviously, spending money on anything online like this, people are always worried about, but you just know that you have 14 days to check it all out for yourself. And if it's not for you, that's totally fine. We only want to work with people that want to work with us. So if it's not for you, you can totally get your refund, whatever, it's totally fine, and go on your way. But just know that there are better ways out there. So if you are sitting there, you're struggling, or if you're just if you're not fulfilled, you have that burning desire for something else, just know that there is better ways out there. And for me, myself, like I got myself on a daily routine now where like I'll hit the gym now finally. Like I finally got a chance to work a lot more exercise and better nutrition into my, like I didn't have that when I was working a job. And, now that I can step away and actually do this, it's pretty amazing. So my life has changed so much, and it's because I took action. So I hope that helps any of you guys listening, and I guess I'll leave it there. So thanks, guys.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing, and I have definitely seen that change in you as well.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't we get Joe on next? He can share his story with you guys.
Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good to go?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just touch on something Jared said there. I think we all want to be better. Everybody struggles with it in life, and it's not a greedy thing. It's not a personal thing. It's a fulfillment thing. We all want to be better parents. We all want to be better at our job. We all want to provide more for our families. We all just want to strive to be better. I'll just give you a little bit of background on me. 42 years old. I come from the construction industry, own my own business, contracting kitchens, installing kitchens. And I found myself one day just really down in the dumps. And it was working out of town and getting a phone call from my wife, the delivery of our first child. And I'm out of town and I can't be there. And it was gut-wrenching, and it broke my heart to be missing those moments. And knowing that all those years I had spent working for myself, being a private contractor, I wasn't getting any further ahead in life. And now I was actually missing valuable things. Before I was just missing out on guy time or me time. But once I had a family, it really hit home to me that I was really sacrificing a lot and not getting a lot in return. I mean, I'd come home, I'd be spending my weekends just healing. I wasn't, no quality of life, nothing really out there. And the other thing for me was I was always at the mercy of the economy. I was either at the mercy of the economy or I was at the mercy of politicians. And that is just not a comfortable place to be in, to be relying on those facets to earn a living. And so, just like anybody else here, I was browsing the internet on Facebook, came across an ad, inquired about it, watched the webinar. Fast forward a year, we spent the whole year taking vacations, camping, experiencing life. I always wanted to be that parent that was at the concert holding the camera, not the parent that was watching the video a week later when I got home, which kind of was where I started out. So it's value. I now have value in my life. I am no longer at the mercy of an economy or a politician. I'm only dependent on me. And who doesn't want that? Who wants to be dependent on anybody else? And for me, the best part is the financial side of it, no question. The freedom to have the freedom we've had to show up at all the little events. My kids are taking midweek swimming lessons. Like, you don't realize the luxuries that are out there, to not wait in line anywhere, to be able to live your life on the hours that other people are slaving away, possibly building somebody else's dream. You get to focus on your dreams. And one of the best parts is we're helping people financially and physically. And when you help people like that, you provide them peace of mind. And there's no price tag you can provide for giving someone peace of mind. And if you only do one thing in your life, you owe it to yourself to at least check out this opportunity and see if it's a fit for you. It's changing people's lives daily. And yeah, I really hope to see you guys around soon. Thanks, guys.
Love it, Joe. And I'm
You're
so
awesome.
glad that you're there at the concerts holding the camera now. So that's great. All right. So why don't we get Dave and Chris on here next? And they'll share with you their story.
Hey guys, thanks very much. Thank you, Stacy and Curtis, Troy. My name's Dave. I live in Wetaskiwin, Alberta. I have worked in the construction industry for the past 20 years. I am a mixer driver. And kind of my life is kind of similar to the truck I drive. The drum just keeps turning around. We work 16 hours a day in the summertime, which pretty much eliminates any family time in the summer for camping or anything like that. You know, I missed a lot of time with my daughter growing up, and spending quality time with my daughter in the construction industry, because in Alberta here, it can get pretty cold in the wintertime, and work is scarce, and it's just been a revolving cycle of work, save your money, save your money, save your money. And then come wintertime, everything you saved disappears because the bills get more expensive, so on and so forth. One thing that I can say about joining this business is the camaraderie, the community, and the support. And just to give you a little idea, before I believe even Curtis got into this business and myself, we had kind of met up with each other through the construction industry, and the personal growth and the camaraderie in the business. Like, I had a negative attitude, and I didn't like people because of the way they looked or whatever, and I just had a hard time accepting certain things. Like, so for personal growth and meeting Curtis, I know for a fact that I had an attitude, and my negativity out in the construction site was, you know, quite dominant. Like it was brutal. And then, like I was saying, the life cycle of the circle of saving all summer long, and then coming back and having all of your savings go away, there wasn't any money left over to do any of the fun things in life, like go camping or any of those things. And that's what this business has truly done for me, is enabled me to see things in a different perspective. I'm no longer negative. I had road rage daily, and work itself for me daily was a hard thing to get through. And then we found this. We were scrolling, because I could see into the future what was happening. You know, when the economy was booming here, things were great. Yeah, we were making good money. We could save some money, but like I said, in the wintertime, that depleted everything. And then I could see the economy slowing down more and more and more. And 3 years ago, actually, I started looking for something. I needed something else that was going to eliminate that life cycle of save, spend. And I come across an ad, and I was a little skeptical at first. I looked at it, but I saw something in the person's ad that kind of really correlated with what I was going through. And I just thought, you know, like, if this guy can do this, I'm pretty sure we can do this. I wasn't 100%, but I was, you know, I was looking for something different, because I was sick and tired of not being able to go places and do things, and to have that, because in the wintertime, like I said, you really have to watch your pennies. So last April, as the economy was really under scrutiny here in Alberta, last April is when I saw the ad, and I'd clicked on it, and I'd hemmed and hawed a little bit about what we were going to do. And then I showed it to my wife, Chris, and we decided that we were going to take a leap. Like, we decided, like, we can't continue the way we are. I have family in Ontario, and it was probably 5 or 6 years before I was even able to go see my family to save enough money to do so. And after we had clicked on the ad, and we saw
did our due diligence,
researched it, the 14-day money back guarantee was a little bit of a comfort, you know, like, I mean, there's so many things out there, you fork out that money, you're not going to get it back. And so we looked at it together and we thought, you know, let's take a look at it. We'll see what it is. We've got 14 days to look at inside and out. And I'm truly glad we did. And for me, it is the personal growth. Like, I no longer...
He's a completely different person than he was 9 months ago. It's unbelievable, the difference in him. It's life-changing for us. Myself, when we started, I knew nothing other than scrolling on Facebook. And now with what I've learned from this easy step-by-step system, I am able to help other people when it comes to learning new things and just taking what you watch and just doing it yourself. And like, I can't say enough about the community support. Sorry, I'm going to get choked up here. Yeah, it's been truly life-changing. So like we said, just take a leap of faith, check it out. It will change your life.
And like I was saying, the personal growth aspect of it for myself, like, I am a completely different person today than I was 9 months ago. And that is one of my biggest accomplishments, because I was a negative person. I'll to be honest with you, I was politically correct, a butthole. You know, I truly was. And the community, the support, anything. And it doesn't matter, like, what I mean by support, like, you're not left behind by some people that are making extraordinarily amounts in this industry, in this business. Those are the people that want to help you the most.
They become family.
And that's the biggest enjoyment I've gotten out of this, is the camaraderie, the community support, the personal growth. If you have a bad day, there's somebody there to help you get through that bad day. And I'll tell you, I was a guy who had 29 bad days out of a 30-day month. And since we've joined this business, my bad days are a lot fewer and farther in between. I don't stress over the little things. And I'm at a comfort zone where knowing that I can put as much time into us now versus work. The 9 to 5 or the 5 in the morning till 9, 10 o'clock at night. That's no longer has to happen for us.
And spending time with our grandson.
and becoming new grandparents here. You know, we got a grandchild that's just turned a year old. Now, that is my why. And my line in the sand was, like I said, the economy. Now, 5 years ago, I was making some pretty healthy, wealthy money. But, you know, like I said, I'd spend it in the winter. And now I could see that. And that was my line, like, it just depreciated year by year. Wasn't making anywhere near the money I was 5 years ago in the same industry. And that's why I decided to take this leap of faith online, because it doesn't matter where you go or what you're doing. Everybody's online. People are shopping online consistently now. You can get your groceries delivered. You can get a daily meal delivered to your house online, you know, and so that's how far it's come. And for myself personally, I can't express the gratitude I have just with Curtis, Stacy, and the people that are on this panel. We have got to meet everybody personally, and I've never felt the experience where you're meeting somebody for the very first time in person and they greet you like your family. Yeah. That is the biggest thing for us. And we have never been left behind or ignored in any aspect of the business. Total support. So take that leap of faith. If you're not comfortable where you are out there, this can bring you into comfort on any aspect of it, whether it's technology. I didn't even know how to turn my computer off properly. I used to just hit the power button. I didn't know I had to go in there and you know, shut it down on the computer screen. I used to just go down and reach the button and shut it off manually. So the technical aspect of it, don't worry about anything like that, because everything here is shown to you step by step. Now it's, you know, they take you by the hand and they take you through it. And I'll tell you right now, if a guy like me who didn't know how to shut off my computer properly can make a living doing what we're doing today, then anybody, and I mean anybody, can do this. It just takes yourself and get out of that comfort zone, because I'll tell you, I'm a totally different person today than what I was 10 months ago. And I've got nothing but gratitude for the people in the community on this panel. And I could go on for hours about this because I love it so much. And it truly has. It has changed our lives so much. Chris and I have a better relationship. I have a better relationship with my daughter, and I'm ecstatic to spend way more time with my grandson.
And to see what the future holds for us. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Thank you.
Awesome,
Thank you
guys.
so much. And Dave, you have really gone through transformation. We've all seen it. It's incredible.
Well, and I know this firsthand because I actually met Dave out in the field in the workforce, and we were both grumpy and we both didn't like, you know, we didn't. It was like, okay, you do your thing. I'm going to go over here. So
yeah, we clashed a little bit when we first met, didn't we? And now we're, like I said, we're like brothers, and that's an amazing thing.
Awesome. All right. So why don't we get Jean-Marc here now?
Hey guys, thanks for showing up. A lot of what everyone said, I mean, it just kind of goes over in your head over and over again. Relationships, community, personal growth, personal development, and not one of it has been like, I'm here for the money, I'm here to be a billionaire. I'm not here for that. It's all about community growth and being a better person. And for me, I came from the oil field. Like in high school, like I kind of like winged my way through it. And then out of high school, I got odd jobs. And again, I became an like electrician. I got my Red Seal oil field electrician. I was working up north there for about 10 years. And like you make money and then you lose it. And then you make it, then you lose it because you're waiting for work. And I just came to a point where I'm like, there's got to be something else that I can do, because I'm like, I'm getting older. My back started to hurt. And like the economy is kind of tanking a bit. So I realized that like automation's kicked in also, and we have to take advantage of that. And this is how we're going to do it. You know, I mean, it's a simple click by click system. I mean, everyone's here to help you out. You're never alone. And like Joe said, Lisa said, Jared said, I mean, it's relationship building. And everyone like is spending more time doing what they want to do, not spending time with the people that they love. And I love these guys. These are great people. And you're never alone. So I'm getting teary-eyed. I'm going to shut it down right now. But I love everybody here, and I really, really encourage you to take just take a chance, man, because you don't know what's coming tomorrow.
awesome.
Thank you so much for sharing. Don't get teary-eyed because then you can make me cry. All right. Now, you've heard from him through most of the presentation, but you haven't heard his story yet. So, Troy, why don't you share your story?
Well, we can give it a go. It's going to be pretty hard to top what we've just heard here.
I know.
What awesome testimonies and things. And I'll tell you, I know all these people. I've seen them. You know, in March, it's going to make 2 years that I've been doing this opportunity, and I've seen that personal growth in these people, and what they're telling you is the absolute truth. For me, just a little bit of background about me, guys, is that I'm from the east coast of Canada, Nova Scotia to be exact. And I was a commercial fisherman for 28 years. If you know anything about commercial fishing, if you've watched Deadliest Catch or something like that, it gives you a pretty good idea of what I did for close to 30 years. My wife Karen and I, we moved out here to Alberta in 2013. Things were, you know, kind of slowing down back home. And the fact is we had done fairly well for ourselves back home and had kind of achieved a bit of a lifestyle that we were used to having and like, you know, really took comfort in. And so when things were slowing down home, we were still young enough that it wasn't time to throw in the towel. So things were still reasonably well here in 2013. So we did make the move, and we came out, both got jobs, pretty decent paying jobs initially. And, things were going pretty smooth up until fall of 2016, I think it was. And I experienced my first layoff. And my company had done very well to stay above the curve. Didn't have a whole lot of cuts in our unit and stuff like that. But it did finally catch up in 2016. And so, that forced me to the unemployment line for the first time in my 3.5 years out here. And it was different. And it was at about that time in March or February of 2017 that I came across Curtis and saw that son of a gun on my friggin' news feed 5 times in 1 week. And I'm like, who is this guy? Like, man, he won't go away. So like a lot of these people, I clicked an ad and listened to what, he had to say and watched the presentation, purchased the 99, went through everything. I was a little bit more in an advantageous position because he's from Spruce Grove. I'm from Spruce Grove. So for the first time, I'd looked at other opportunities and stuff over the years, but I just never had, been able to talk to somebody face to face, right? Looking into one of these things. So I was able to do that. And long story short, I decided to get involved. My wife, Karen, was, she enjoyed the products. I was looking at it in terms of the opportunity. And so it made a good combination for us. The beauty of this business is that you're able to do this even while you're working. Now, obviously, the more you can put into it, the better and quicker results can come. But that's not usually always the case for everybody, right? I was still working like seasonally up north, Fort Mac area and things like that, camp work and whatnot. So, on those 12-hour shifts that you get off for your 12, I'd take 2 or 3 hours and I'd plug myself into my business. And then, of course, when I got home, I would do more and things like that. Well, the reward in doing that finally came in 2018, last year, in May 31st, 2018 will go down in infamy for Troy Nickerson because that was the day I walked away from the workforce. I had done the business to a point that it was able to, allow me, instead of being in the workforce, that I could be home and still take care of, my financial commitments and things like that. And, listening to a little bit more of the other testimonies kind of triggered a few other things for me. And I'll tell you when it really hit home for me this year, or last summer, I should say, of just, how grateful I am to have had that opportunity to now work from home. And that was when, my grandmother had passed away in July. And I thought back to every other summer that I've been out here. And any other summer, I would have been up north. I would have been working. Summertime's usually a time, if you're going to work out here, you will work in the summer. And so, I thought about, how the inconvenience of trying to get a plane ticket, get booked, to go back east, to take care of business and stuff back there. And you know what? That wasn't the case. I was off. I was done with the workforce. And so it was very easy peasy in that aspect to be able to just go home, get the flight booked, boom, next day and on the plane and back. And, that's just some of the, one of the benefits of it is you now having control of your life and being able to do what you want to do. The other thing was when, Dave and Christina talking about, their grandson. Well, we just recently found out about a month ago that our daughter and her boyfriend, they're going to have their first child in July. So, you know what? We're super stoked about that. Really looking forward to it. And the beauty part of it is, guys, is now being in that position that I can be there, to play a role in my grandchild's life. And, that's very, very rewarding because both my kids, just the way life unfolded itself, didn't really have a great experience with their grandparents and stuff. Some couple had passed on, the other two were a bit older and things. So it just didn't work out. But, I'm still young, 52 years old. I got a lot of life to live, guys. And to be involved in my grandchild's life is definitely going to be a thrill. The other thing, and I'll finish with this, that really got me thinking when I got involved in this was, if you're in around my age, I'm 52, how you were always told years ago, go to school, get an education, get a good job. Or if you got a bit of a work ethic, get a good job and, you'll take care of yourself. Well, I think we've all come to learn that that is probably one of the great lies of all time, because they don't tell you everything else that needs to go along with that, right? All the responsibilities that you're going to have and how costly that's going to be. We're not taught about inflation and all these other things. It's just, they just, paint this beautiful picture. Well, if you're like me, you've come to learn that, that's not always true. And to me, retirement was a huge thing. Having money set aside for later on down the road. But, as I've gone through this journey, I've learned that, why am I going to want to wait till I'm 60 something to enjoy life? I can't guarantee myself what kind of health I'm going to have at 60. I'm 52. I'm vibrant right now. I got a lot of life to live right now. So I wanted to be in a position where not only could I take care of myself down the road, but now that I could enjoy life today. And I'm telling you, this opportunity is definitely something that can provide that for you if that's something you're looking for. I'd also say if you're happy in doing what you're doing, then no problem. Maybe you're just looking to kind of add a little bit to the side to, just for some security. That's available to you as well. So I encourage you to get back to that person that sent you here or gave you this, this webinar that we've done tonight. And it's just been a tremendous honor and a pleasure just to be able to help with presenting this to you. And as somebody said earlier, really hope to get to see you, on the other side at some point in time. So have a good one, guys.
Awesome, Troy. Thank
Awesome.
you. And I love what you said about how live life today. That really hit home with me, that you need to live life for today.
Oh, definitely.
So why don't we share our story a little bit with you guys lastly. So why don't you start?
All right. So guys, a little bit about my backstory. So I had a pretty rough upbringing, lived in an abusive home. When my mom was getting abused, and so was I. And that happened for about 9 years. That led me going into foster homes. From there, foster homes just leads to, well, for me, it led to more trouble. Bouncing around from foster home to foster home. Ended up going into group homes. From group homes, ended up going, getting myself into trouble with other kids that were, getting passed around from home to home. Landed myself in, a place where bad people go when you do stupid things when you're a kid. And basically after that, just a lot more rough teenage years. So I'm going to fast forward past a bunch of the struggles that I went through in my life. And basically, we'll get to where I was working. Okay, so I started working in the oil patch on service rigs. Did that for 8.5 years on and off. I hated it. I hated being away from home. I didn't like the work. I didn't like being out there freezing in the cold in the wintertime because that's when the rigs was really booming, and it was just cold. I met Stacy online.
Yeah, online dating.
And I was like, okay, I want to be home with this girl every day. I love her. I like her, and all this stuff. And so we decided that when the oil economy was starting to crash, that I was going to try to find a different job. I found a job working construction. And that's when the struggles for us really started. We had a lot of finances when we were working. Well, when I was working in the patch, so we were making oil money at that time, lots of it. And so when I moved to construction, it was a big pay cut. So we were always behind in our bills. We were always behind in we were always in our negatives. We were living off Itchy Bang, Kraft Dinner, just pinching pennies, and I just didn't see it going anywhere for us, and it made me really, really miserable. Because it's just like Dave was saying, it's that recycle. You're just doing the same thing every day, day in and day out, not getting ahead, not getting anywhere. And I've always had this feeling inside that there's a higher purpose for me in life. So I basically was scrolling through Facebook, and I seen this ad just like everybody else did, and it was talking about creating and starting an online business. And hopefully finding yourself some freedom in that journey. So basically 4 months into it, or no, wait a minute. We joined because we found out we were having a baby. That was the big thing for me. I was like, okay, I'm scared. Like, you know, we can't even pay the bills and we're going to have a baby. So that's what made me actually start looking into an online business. And then 4 months into it, you know, we were going to have our baby. And I told Stacy, I'm like, 4 months was when we want our business to be booming. 4 months into it, it exploded. The business took off, made well over full-time income doing this business, way more than I was making on the oil patch doing it. So I'll let her talk and say some stuff too, so I don't want to take all the...
No worries. So I'll just mention we both quit our jobs actually on the same day. We were doing this for 15 months, and then we decided to quit our job. We could have quit a lot sooner, but we wanted to pay off some debt quicker. So we both decided, okay, let's do this. We make enough that we don't need to have another job. So we can both be home with our daughter every single day. This business has allowed us to travel. So last year we went to Mexico, we went to Vancouver, Nanaimo, we went to Toronto, we went to Jamaica. So we went to a lot of different places, which normally we wouldn't have been able to. Before, vacation to us was just camping because that's all we could afford. And now we're actually like really vacationing. We were able to renovate our kitchen and pay cash for that. So that was really nice. We even had some, like our hot water tank blew one day and like we had the finances to pay for it. So we weren't stressed anymore because of that. And this business has really changed him personally. It's brought our family even closer together, and we work together. So any couples out there can do this together.
Yeah.
So we love it, and we hope you guys really enjoyed the presentation that we showed to you guys. We hope you really enjoyed the testimonials. And yeah, so your next step is to reach out to the person that brought you to this workshop, and they will help you get set up. And we are so looking forward to having you part of our digital family as well.
So, guys, we'll see you on the other side. We're looking forward to working with you and helping you change your life.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.